What does this mean?
For the ANC, it means that their stalling is probably continuing. There'll probably be more appeals. There will be more of this kind of political no man's land in which people are positioning. But the ANC will never be the same again after this. And for Julius Malema, he's not exactly a driving off into the sunset, crouch in a corner kind of person. So he is going to be there, and he will continue to impact on the ANC, irrespective of whether he's now expelled, whether he's going to appeal later in the year again. The story is continuing. It's another delivery.
Is it positive for the ANC, for the current ANC leadership?
I certainly think it is, because Julius Malema has been one of the ones who's been mobilizing for turnover of leadership in Mangaung. But for the ANC itself, it is a question of how to enforce discipline. They pride themselves in being the disciplined movement of the left. Julius Malema challenged that, even if it was ideologically very phony and continues to be. But it pushed a challenge to the ANC as being the disciplined movement, being on the left. And it posed a serious challenge to the ANC as to the principle of democratic centralism, accepting decisions of the leadership. And Julius has gone, and his cohort in the Youth League have gone completely against that. And that has changed the ANC, and that is probably not going to go away, that reputation of that kind of challenge having happened. But the ANC had to be seen to be enforcing discipline, had to show who the leaders are.
Show who? Show the ANC membership, show the country. Who is this message intended for? Will it begin to cultivate a sense of a much more disciplined activist or a member of the ANC, as it were?
It's certainly intended, this message, both for the ANC itself and for South Africa in general, because many people out there have come to equate the ANC with Julius Malema and his kind of Youth League, and older people in a society think that is completely disrespectful, and youth just do not behave like that. And in the ANC itself, ANC itself just couldn't continue tolerating those in-your-face challenges, because that is a message for other people, like in a free, open for all, bit of a war inside. And an organization, a mass organization, a continuous big organization like the ANC, it thrives in containing internal fallout, having compromise between internal debate and internal fallout and all-out war, and what they certainly see in some ways could probably be interpreted as discreditation of the leadership.
You were saying in the beginning, in your earlier answer, that Julius is not a go to the sunset type of person. Do you still expect him to have any kind of impact on the political landscape of the country, as it were?
I certainly think he has smelt the tasted the taste of high political life, not just beneficiation economically, narrow empowerment life. And he has got a certain knack for cutting to the chase and calling the problems in the ANC by the names the ANC often is too diplomatic to call them. And he probably knows he has got a reputation for that. And he is good media stuff. He is in part a media creation, not just a media creation, but I think he is not going to disappear off front pages and opening screens.
Yeah. Now, just in terms of the procedure itself, he still has an opportunity to appeal.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, is that just moot point, really? This is just following procedure. Nothing is going to come from there. Or do you think something tangible might come from another appeal?
If one takes the past judgment of the disciplinary committee and the appeals committee, I think they are definitely pointing in one direction, that this is quite definitive. We haven't seen anything else coming up, and the ANC is very strong about being disrespectful of ANC procedures and disciplinary processes, and I do not see those in another appeal going anywhere, at least not in terms of the appeals committee. One doesn't know, of course he can appeal to the NEC at the end of the NEC and to Mangaung conference at the end of the year. Even if he doesn't pull that off, it is going to be a prolonged political game.
Okay, nationalization with Julius's expulsion from the ANC, is that dead?
I think it has been dead for a while. And
Okay.
also, if we look at the research report and discussion documents in the ANC, it is beneficiation by another name. It is trying to spread the benefits of mining to South Africa. That's what the ANC is doing more widely by a different name.
Yeah.
So some of these principles are here. They are also the one of economic empowerment,
Okay.
transformation. Those are certainly on the agenda, not going away.
All right. Thank you very much. Professor Susan Booysen is with WITS University here in Johannesburg, joining us this morning.